The next topic is propositions and semantic memory. A proposition is an idea unit. It is a statement that expresses a factual claim. It is the basic unit involved in the understanding and retention of the text. Semantic memory, as we have already discussed, that memory where sentences are represented as set of independently linked concepts. So the relation of semantic memory and how propositions are stored there, or they get into a process of certain mechanism or processes that are involved with regard to sentence memory. These are the things we will be discussing under this topic. Now, looking at some of the examples, so to best understand what we mean by propositions and how they are linked with the sentence memory, if you look at it, this example, we need to understand the background. So we generally store the gist of what another person has said rather than the exact form of sentence. Now, when we are dealing with the propositions or sentences, the studies that have been conducted, they believe that generally the gist is stored instead of what has been said or the exact form of sentences. Now, there is an exception to which is a statement that such instances are the ones, an exception is statements that are pragmatically striking, such as those that require a response from us or flouting of a response or for information in the normal convention of everyday discourse. Now, in these cases, we often draw some inference based on what person has said and store that information in order to enrich meaning along with the surface form of the utterance. So we also draw some inferences based on what people are saying and then add it to the existing or the currently stored information in terms of enriching the meaning, not only just the meaning, but also the surface form of the utterance. Moreover, other forms of inference that we draw are based on purely linguistic knowledge rather on general world knowledge. So this is where we need to understand how propositions play or contribute in the sentence memory. That first is just the inferences of not what has already been said, but also the meaning, both meaning and what has been inferred. And now, in addition to that, we also draw our judgment based on purely linguistic knowledge in addition to the general world knowledge. Now, these inferences are drawn in the process of comprehension and are, after a period of time, increasingly indistinguishable from the exact sentences to which we are exposed. All of these considerations suggest that a linguistically based representational system such as deep structure in transformational grammar is considered as poor candidate for a model of sentence memory. It appears sometimes that the exact linguistic form is not well retained, and moreover, additional non-linguistic information may play a major role in the retention process. Then there are others, researchers, who have also given another viewpoint. Among them, Anderson and Kinch, Norman Rummelhart, they believe that all of the proposals assumes that a sentence can be represented as proposition consisting of two or more concepts and some form of relation between them. If you look at this, George hit Harry, hit George Harry, or another can be Harry was hit by George, it was Harry who was hit by George. So all these show the passive form of sentence or for that matter other forms such as George was hit by Harry. Other forms, despite their superficial dissimilarities, at the end they all convey the same proposition. Propositional models can be extended naturally to discourse because the meaning representation of one proposition sentence is equivalent to that of 1 2 proposition sentences, as we have seen in the form of passive sentences. In natural discourse, we generally recall the meaning that a sentence contributes to the overall discourse meaning.